loves, welcome back to my channel. If you are new over here, welcome. My name is Kayla. As you guys know, summer is officially done and fall is here, so I figured why not recreate my perfect fall look, and this is what I came up with. This look right here is my official fall look for 2025, and I'll be showing you guys exactly how I recreated this look, so keep on watching. Before we get into this makeup look, the first thing that I'll be doing is going in with some Prep and Glow primer. This is by Artist Couture. Before I apply any makeup to my face, I'm just gonna go in and prime. Next, I'm going in with my Refi primer and just applying this all over my face. And now that my skin is looking super moisturized and well primed, now we can go ahead and get started. To clean up my brows, I'll be using the Born This Way concealer in the shade Warm Sand. I'm going in with that same concealer all over my eyelids, using it as an eyeshadow base. For the top part of my brows, I'm not going to touch that until I'm ready to go with foundation. Then I'll take my foundation and clean it up. Alright, now that my eyes are looking like this, I'm just going to go in with some loose powder. I'm just going to set the concealer. Not too much, but just to make sure there's like no creasing once we apply our eyeshadow. For eyeshadow, I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way palette. It's called the Natural Nudes. This is what it's looking like. The first shadow that I'll be grabbing is this one right here called Cocoa. Packing it on right there in my crease, and then I'm going to go in with another shadow and blend it out. Now grabbing my Morphe M332 blending brush, I'm going to grab this shade right here called Maple, and I'm going to use this to blend that color out. You're going to go right above this first shadow, and you're just going to blend this together. And you're just going to keep blending until there's no harsh lines. I did one sweep in the shadow, and I'm going to pretty much use everything that's on the brush to just blend it out seamlessly. Go back in, go right above that, keep blending. Then to highlight my brow bone, I'll be going in with this shadow called Swan. Go back in with my brush and blend that out. I'm going to grab this deep brown shadow called Truffle and apply this to outer parts of my eyes, concentrated mainly on like the lower parts of my lids, not trying to bring it too much above like my crease. Like I said, I'm not bringing it above my crease, I'm keeping it right below, and just keep patting it in. So I'm going to go back on with some of that first shadow that I applied, which is called Cocoa. Grabbing a lighter concealer, add the concealer to the brush, dab the excess off on my hands, and we're just gonna go in and giving ourselves like a slight cut crease. You're just gonna bring this in. You're slightly giving yourself a cut crease, but not a very precise one. Slightly bring it in towards the outer shadows. Something just like that. I'm going to go back in with that shade called Maple, and I'm just going to go back over my crease and just making sure there's no harsh line. You're gonna blend it into the concealer. Alright, now I'm going to grab this shadow called Seashell, and I'm just going to apply this all over my lids. Super thin liner by Judy Doll. I got it on Shein, but they carry this line. It is like a super fine eyeliner pencil, you guys. So I'm just going to create like the tiniest wing, bringing it into this outer parts of my eye. That is it for the eyes. It's already given fall. It's given like toasty latte makeup. Absolutely love this. The lashes, I will have a link down below for you guys, but the style right now is called J24. Not sure if you guys can find it just by that number, but I will have the exact link listed in the description box for you guys. So I do want to look super bronzy today. Like it's fall, I want my face to look as snatched as possible. So instead of the traditional way to apply your makeup, which is foundation and the rest of your products, I have been preferring to underpaint lately. So that's exactly what I will be doing. First, I'm going to go over the Too Faced Melting Bronzer in the shade Chocolate Caramel. I'm going first and bronze my face with this. I'm applying it to the highest points of my cheekbones, around my forehead. I'm going to go with my angled brush. You guys see how it's shaped? And I'm just going to blend all of this out. And when I'm blending my contour, I do blend it upwards. That way it lifts my face. I was a little heavy-handed on this side, but I'm going to clean it up with some concealer. Just I'm going to blend into my temples. This is the She Glam Liquid Bloom Blush. And this one is in the shade Fine Wine. It's a darker, well, it's a deeper red shade. And I'm going to go back in with that same brush and just blend this out. I'm going to go with my foundation, and I'm only going to be applying this to the areas where I did not apply any of that contour or any products. And I also do not apply any of my foundation under my eyes just because we're going to go in with concealer. I'm going to go in and contour my nose using a smaller blended brush. I will be using two different shades. First, I'm going in with Warm Sand. This one is a bit darker. It's closer to my skin tone. Then after I blend this one out, I'm going to go in with Natural Beige, I believe. Yeah, Natural Beige. This is just to highlight and brighten my under eyes. All right, now I'm gonna go with the lighter concealer, and I'm just gonna apply the tiniest dot to just this inner corner right here. And honestly, this is optional. This is only if you want a bright under eye, then you need to go in with a lighter concealer. But if you don't, you're fine. So you're just gonna keep it right in this area right here. Alright, let's go ahead and set my under eyes. You guys know I prefer to set my under eyes with a pressed powder first, then my loose setting powder. It just works for me that way. A lot of people do it the opposite way, but for me, this is what works. So for my pressed powder, I'm using the Artist Couture Beauty Powder in the shade Cream Puff. And as you guys can see, it is a good 3 to... Alright, so you want to make sure that there's no creasing before you go ahead and set your under eye. Just take your brush and go back over it. Look up or down if you have to. And then I like to take a clean fluffy brush. I'm just going to apply it to my brush. And just tap it into your under eye. You're going to apply this wherever you applied any concealer. Just like that. You guys see how smooth that under eye is already looking? Although I did use such a light shade, it does not look as light once I apply it to my face. Alright, now let's go and set the rest of my face. I'll be using my Sephora Micro Smooth Powder on a big foundation brush. This one is in the shade 56 Mahogany. And this one I'm just going to apply all over my face, avoiding my under eyes. I'm going in with a clean brush and I'm just like blending the outer parts of where I applied that powder. So I'm blending it in towards like my contour and my blush. Alright, now I'm going to go with my Juvia's Place palette in the shade Dark. I'm going to grab this powder right here. And this, I'm just going to gently tap on the highest points of my cheekbones. We're not going in with any blush today. I just want to be super bronzed. So just like that. Let those cheekbones pop. That looks so pretty. Now I'm going to go with my loose setting powder. This is the Huda Beauty setting powder in the shade Banana Bread. And I'm just going to set my under eyes. Alright, while I go in and let my face set, we're going to move on to lips. So for lips, I'm thinking something matte today. I'm usually always doing gloss, but I feel like this look is giving more matte. I'm using the Morphe liner in the shade Berry Cola, and I'm just going to outline my lips with this. Then I'm just deepening the outer corners with this liner by Glamlight. I got it in one of their lip kits. And I'm going right over that first liner. For my lips itself, I'm going with the Morphe lipstick in the shade Teddy. These lipsticks are so soft. They feel amazing on your lips. As I said, it is a fall look, so I want to keep it matte. Now I'm just going to go in and dust away all of this powder. Wow. Now I'm going to go with a little bit of highlighter on the bridge of my nose, just right here. Alright, now to finish off my face and lock everything in, I will be going in with my powder melt spray. This is by One Size, and I'm just going to spray this all over my face. I usually have a fan here on my desk. I don't know where it disappeared to, but yeah. I have this palette by Color Case, and I'm going to go in with this peach color right here and apply this to my waterline. So I mixed the peach with the orange and this lilac color right here, and I ended up with like this nude color. I'm not sure you guys can see it, but that's how it turned out, and that's exactly what I really wanted because none of the color in that palette really matched what I was going for. If you have a nude eye pencil, that would work as well. Now I'm just going to go back in this palette and grab that shade called Maple, and I'm just going to smoke out my waterline. I'm going to go right below where I applied that white shadow. And now I'm just going to apply some mascara to my bottom lashes. Let me tell you right now, if you cannot afford real therapy, just makeup therapy. It is the best therapy that there is, and all you have to do is sit in front of your mirror and beat that face. This is the final look. Comment down below, let me know what you guys think. How are we feeling it? What looks do you guys want to see from me next? I hope you guys learned a thing or two, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button if you aren't subscribed already to my channel. That way you will not miss any of my uploads, and I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye.